Hey team, Katie here from Equestrian Movement, and today we're going to talk about using games to improve our horses' engagement in their training. So one of the things that has been an absolute game changer for me, especially with working with horses with some big behavioural issues that would be erring on the side of dangerous, is to incorporate the learning process as a game. So finding ways to show them how to find answers in a way that's fun for them. Normally, the things that are fun for our horses do include the treats, so you will see me using treat training with this. And this is one of our foundational games in our holistic horse handling program, Follow My Feet. So Follow My Feet is I think it's one of those skills that we kind of develop unconsciously when we're working with our horses, because what our feet are doing and having awareness of what our feet are doing and how our horses are affecting what our feet are doing has a big role in the quality of connection between ourselves and our horses. So incorporating, that tool for communication and connection as an exercise that is also a game really engages our horse, makes learning fun, and gets them on board with the training process. And I think this is one of the biggest skills that we miss in the horse industry, is teaching our horses how to learn. And quite often we are taught to just apply pressure, push our horse through it. But if they don't know the answer, then it's kind of like if you were to go to Japan and do a math class, just having, the Japanese teacher yell more loudly at you in Japanese doesn't help you understand math any better. So we need to have some transferable skills in creating a language between us and our horse. And it is our job as the handler to give the horse those skills. We're the one that wants to sit on their back. We're the one that wants them to do all of these things for us. So it's our job to actually show them what that language looks like. And that language is our cue training. So our cue training is giving our horses words that we can use to communicate to them. And our horse's body language is how they communicate back to us. So building out a language strategically and intentionally with our horses where the words complement and build on each other to start creating sentences is one of the best ways that we can work on creating safe, kind horses that know how to look after us. So part of that skill is for us as the handlers to understand how to cue train. So if you don't understand that the release of pressure marks the behavior to reinforce and motivate them to do it again, then just applying more pressure and pushing and asking for more of your horse is not teaching them your language. It's not teaching them how to find answers. And so we can end up with learning behaviors where our horse is getting frustrated or scared because they don't actually know what the answer is. So what I like to do, especially with the greener horses, because it's the green horses that don't know how to find the answers just yet, but also with the educated horses that have big behavioral problems that they shouldn't at that level of maturity, is use our kind of like warm-up places, connection and relaxation and working on that togetherness and softening into each other. But then to really engage their brain, I'm going to use games to get them bringing their energy up playfully and engaging in the learning process rather than through pressure. Using pressure to get our horses to do things is kind of like picking the argument and trying to win the argument to tell them what to do. When we can show them the immense sense of task achievement and satisfaction for getting things right, then we're starting to teach them the language that pressure isn't actually like something that's trying to push them into doing something. It's the way that we use a word. And we need them to understand that pressure is a word for us to translate to our pressure cues in the saddle, like bit pressure, leg pressure, seat pressure, and whatnot. So by the time we're in the saddle, we want our horses really clearly understanding that pressure is a word, not something that is supposed to be uncomfortable. So that's what we're working on in our training with games course that we have at the moment. You can check that out. The link is in the bio in the notes. And until next time, happy trails.